Hello everyone, this is David. In this video, I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. Let me first present to you a major development coming from the United States. Different things have been unfolding in the US, and after Donald Trump's government came into power, people had hoped that there would be some attention given to the violations of human rights in Pakistan. One such example is the Wilson Bill, which is still pending. Let's see what happens with it. On the other hand, the government of Pakistan has been enticing American investors to come and invest in the mineral sector. They've been promised full support by the Special Investment Facilitation Council, and even provincial governments have been pushed to pass legislation to support it. Now there is a new development in the US, and it's a major action. A hearing is going to be held by the Tom Lantos Human Rights Commission of the United States Congress, a significant and powerful body that investigates human rights abuses around the world. Previously, whenever there were congressional hearings, Pakistanis would go and meet individual congressmen, share their stories, and maybe a small meeting would be held. But this time, the matter is going to a commission that was formed specifically to deal with transnational repression and human rights violations. It's a serious matter, and the hearing is going to be significant. According to the information I have, it was supposed to be held in May, but got postponed due to availability issues. It will now likely happen at the end of June. Pakistani individuals who have faced severe injustices, forced disappearances, torture, business destruction, harm to families, will testify before this commission. Evidence and documents will also be submitted online. This commission's recommendations influence actual US policy. The Pakistani government has gotten wind of this and is now trying to stop or control it. Efforts have been made by people like Zulfi Bukhari and a doctor affiliated with PAK, among others, including Shahbaz Gill, to ensure this hearing happens. Top human rights lawyers are also involved. This is serious because if this commission gives recommendations, it has weight. Today is Sunday, May 25th, and as you listen to this video, it might be Monday morning. Exactly 3 years ago, on May 25th, 2022, a campaign of oppression and brutality was launched in Pakistan. It was the day when Pakistan's establishment physically cracked down on civilians. Then Army Chief General Bajwa and DG ISI General Nadim Anjum were determined to crush public dissent after ousting the elected government. Vehicles were destroyed, public property was damaged, and for the first time, we saw police officers themselves damaging private vehicles. The right to peaceful protest was violently suppressed. Scenes like Yasmin Rashid's were unforgettable. 3 years have passed. Since then, the political party, PTI, has become more popular, stronger, and more resilient. The people are more committed to their cause and leadership, all thanks to the actions of the establishment. At that time in Lahore, there was a sector commander of ISI, Brigadier Rashid, who played a crucial role. Today, he's nowhere to be found. General Bajwa and General Nadim are retired now, and one day, today's Army Chief and DG ISI will also retire. Then they'll have to reflect on what they did. Bajwa is now calling people to explain himself, trying to convince them that he wasn't as bad as people believe. Marang Baloch, from her jail cell, has responded to the DG ISPR who accused her of being a proxy for terrorists. She called these repeated accusations baseless and a disturbing hallmark of DG ISPR's statements. She clarified that she never supported violence, her only demand was transparency. Regarding the Jaffa Express hijacking case, she questioned why unclaimed bodies, besides the 12 known militants, were secretly buried in Quetta's graveyard. Who were they? She wanted identification and accountability. She also stated that Pakistan's intelligence agencies have previously been involved in enforced disappearances and secret burials, later labeling those people as extremists. She repeated that she only worked for human rights, not violence, and the international community must take notice. She insisted that the people of Balochistan deserve justice and the right to live without fear, not be smeared or silenced for speaking the truth. Regarding Kashmir, the DGISPR said, "The time has come. Kashmir will become Pakistan." But this slogan has been repeated for 70 years by Ayub Khan, Yahya Khan, Zia-ul Haq, Pervez Musharraf, and now Asim Munir. Yet Kashmir remains under Indian control. Recent claims that Pakistani forces have taken control of parts of Indian-held Kashmir are false. If we had taken anything, we'd all be celebrating. Let's be honest. It hasn't happened. I want Kashmir to be free. My family is from Bandipora, in Indian Kashmir. But freedom won't come from slogans or press conferences. It will require real action. When we see Pakistan's army entering Indian-held Kashmir, only then can we say it's liberated. Our military exists for this primary purpose. The conflict with India is rooted in Kashmir and water. If India controls our water, Pakistan faces an existential threat. Now the DGISPR says the army chief has decided to retaliate at 26 points against India. Meanwhile, PMLN says Nawaz Sharif designed the entire strategy. Who should the nation believe? The army chief or Nawaz Sharif? In this confusion, we see a major achievement. Pakistan's Air Force successfully struck military targets inside India. But on the ground, no territory was gained by either side. So who should get credit? Asim Munir or Nawaz Sharif? They should sit together and decide how to divide the credit. Ahmed Wali Khan recently made a bold statement suggesting that those in uniform, military officers, have demanded bribes he claims he can bring 50 witnesses. If this is true, military courts should try these officers. But people like Ali Wazir, Marang Baloch or Sanam Javed are jailed for far less. Clearly, there are two sets of laws in Pakistan, one for those cooperating with the regime and another for those challenging it. Now, Punjab is preparing to implement the Gunda Act, Gangster Act, a law from British colonial times, 1930 to be precise. It was used to crush dissent, and it's now being revived under Maryam Nawaz's government. Apparently, they're done with the Anti-Terrorism Act. So now it's time for the Gunda Act. Still, people aren't afraid. They will continue to speak the truth. Alima Khan also responded to Maryam Nawaz, who downplayed Indian aggression by claiming it wasn't serious and blamed PTI for everything. Alima questioned if Maryam is siding with India, ignoring the sacrifices of our soldiers, children and women. In a tragic update, 8 school children, 7 girls and 1 boy, were martyred in a suicide bombing on a bus in Kuzdar. Who will be held accountable? This was a major intelligence failure. In India, after an incident in Pahalgam, their agencies were held accountable. But in Pakistan, nobody asks questions, even after such tragic losses. Latif Baloch, a senior journalist in Balochistan, has been murdered. Another example of how dangerous Pakistan has become for journalists. Pakistan is now among the most dangerous countries for journalism. The DGISPR and Army Chief claim our media is free, but the reality is media can't work freely. People can't speak the truth. Another journalist is dead and no one cares. Soon I'll share a very interesting story about India's Rafale jets next week. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Public Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.